Hello, welcome to Channeling with Teresa. We're going to hear from Babaji in this video on the topic of fear. So I'm going to close my eyes and tune in to Babaji. I invite you to do the same. Take in some nice deep breaths and call him into your mind, into your body, into your consciousness. He is here to serve you and to uplift the consciousness of the world. Babaji, you all suffer so much from your thoughts of fear. If I could tell you how many thoughts of fear run through your head in a day, you would be quite surprised at how high the number is. Yes, you are human. And yes, you experience fear. But I am here to help you to get out of fear as quickly as possible so you may shine brightly and light up the world with your love, which is the opposite of fear. We're going to do an exercise that requires at least 3 rocks. You're going to throw these rocks away. So you may want to pause the video right now and run outside and grab some rocks if that's possible. You may have 1 or 2 laying around your house somewhere. Or you can just imagine that you have a rock in your hand when we get to that point. Think of a time, think of a fear that you have. In this exercise, I'm going to guide you on releasing 3 fears. So think of your first one. What is something you're afraid of? Could be financial, could be a fear, phobia of snakes, spiders, flying, heights, something going on in your life right now. Bring it to mind. It probably won't take very long. So there's your fear. Tell yourself what it is. I am afraid of blank. So now you've identified what your fear is. The second thing I want you to do is ask yourself, what does this fear remind you of? Often our fears remind us of something that has already happened in the past. So what does this fear remind you of? And perhaps if you can't come up with anything, chances are this fear is about something that has happened in a past incarnation. Teresa offers private sessions and can help you discover what that past incarnation is. Or you can just know that this fear is based on something that has happened before. Now I want you to ask yourself, even though often you do the same thing every day and perhaps at the same time, have you ever had 2 days that are exactly the same? No. Divine Mother is more creative than to allow you to have 2 days 100% exactly the same. And so, what are afraid of, you're afraid of this happening again as it did before. But ask yourself, is this possible? Is it possible for the same thing to happen exactly the same way? And for you to have the same exact intensity response? No, it's not, my friends. It's not possible. So now tell yourself, this blank that I'm afraid of is really my fear about something that has already happened. But look, I'm right here. I can grab my arms and my shoulders, and I survived that past experience. I'm still here. And now ask yourself, how realistic, how practical and rational is this fear that you have? And know and remind yourself that you are not living in the past, that you're living right here, and you're not living in the future yet. You're living right here in this exact moment. And now identify in your body where you feel this fear. It could be in your heart, it could be in your stomach, your lower abdomen, it could be in your head, your neck, your shoulders. Where do you feel this fear existing in your body? And now I want you to remember the exercise that was presented on cord cutting. We're going to move through cord cutting a little quicker. And I want you to take your hand and use it like a blade. And I want you to cut all around the area of of your body where you're feeling that fear. Cut, cut, cut. Cut it off. And you are now severed from the fear. And I want you to take a blast in your mind and just blast through the cord to that fear. Blast it and explode it. And pull out the roots of that fear that have entangled you. Pull it out from your chakras and give it to Babaji. Pull out those roots, give it to Babaji. And now fill in that space with light and love for yourself. Fill it in and breathe. And send your grounding cord. This is a good cord. Send this one deep into the earth. And take some nice, deep diaphragmatic breaths. And now I want you to grab one of your rocks and starting at your feet on one side of your body, trace the rock up the side of your body, up your neck, up through the crown of your head. And again, starting at your feet, trace up your legs, up your torso, up the neck, up out the crown of your head. And one more time, tracing that rock, moving the energy up and out. And switch to the other side of your body, tracing up your legs, torso, and up out the top of your head. And the idea here is that anything remaining of the sphere is being absorbed into the rock and up and out of your auric field. And a third time, tracing up your body, up and out. And now in front of you, starting at your feet, trace up your legs, up your torso, up through the crown chakra and out. With this fear being absorbed and going into the rock as you move it up and out your body, second time and one last time, tracing up your body through your third eye and up and out your crown. And now all of that fear is in your rock. And this is suggested to do outside. But if you're inside, we can just pretend we're going to take that rock and we're going to throw it away. Get rid of it. Throw that rock away. And now come back to your center and focus on the point between the eyebrows and take some nice deep breaths. And let the light penetrate deeply into all aspects of your being. As you know that this fear is now far away from you. And now in your mind, I want you to think of your next fear. Identify what it is that you're afraid of. And next, ask yourself, what does this remind you of? And try to get clear that you're really not afraid of what you initially thought you're afraid of. You're more afraid of something that has already happened, happening again. And now remind yourself that Divine Mother's way too creative for the same thing to happen exactly the same way. And ask yourself, is this fear really, really true? Or is it irrational? And where in your body do you feel this fear? take your hand and use it like a blade and cut, 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 cut all around where you feel this fear. Just cut and sever yourself from it. Cut, cut, cut. Send a blast of energy exploding that fear. Pull out the roots from your body and set them aside. Pull out all those negative roots, all the negative cords. Let them go. Set them aside. And now fill in where those roots were. Fill it in with beautiful, clear light, with beautiful energy of the Master. And take your next rock and identify that rock as that fear, and start on one side of your body and trace your whole body up 3 times. Starting at the feet, tracing up. And as you do this, imagining that all the remaining of that fear is being put into the rock and out of you. And move to your other side and trace your body 3 times, sending all the fear into that rock and out from your consciousness and out from your auric field. And 3 times tracing your body in front of you from your feet, through your legs, through your torso, up and out. And again, sweeping your whole body from feet to head, up and out with that fear. And one more time, letting that fear that could be stuck in your auric field, moving it up and out, and take that fear and throw it away. And now come back to your center. Breathe. Know that that is not you. It never was you. It can't be, because you are a beautiful child of God, made in His light, not His darkness. And breathe. And know that that is far away from you now. And thank Divine Mother for clearing this from your consciousness. And pick up your 3rd rock and put the next fear into it. And ask yourself, what is it that I'm really afraid of? What does this remind me of that has happened in the past? Ask yourself, are you really afraid of the same thing happening again? and ask yourself, is this fear really, honestly true? And identify in your body where you feel that fear and cut, 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 cut. Cut it away from you. Cut it out, cut it out, cut it out. Pull out the roots, give them to Babaji, and explode the connection from you to that fear and fill in with the light. Breathe in the light. Let the light radiate in and through every aspect of your being. Take your rock, trace one side of your body 3 times. Second time, up, and a third time, up. The other side, tracing from your feet, your legs, your torso, up through the crown of your head. Second time, and a third time, tracing up the side. And in front of you, trace your body up, releasing anything that you feel into that rock. Let it all into the rock. Tracing from your feet, through your torso, up through the crown of your head. And one last time, letting all of the fear being absorbed into the rock and up and out of you, and take that rock and throw it away. And come back to your center. Feel your feet planted firmly on the ground. Breathe. Know that you are now free from those fears. And be grateful that they are gone. And be grateful that you have now detached from them. And they no longer have that annoying, constant hold on your mind, taking all of your attention away from the good things and from the things that you need to do in the present moment. You are now centered back in yourself, feeling fresh, whole, empowered, and uplifted. And now in your mind, I'm going to take you to a beautiful place. We're going to the beach, and you take your shoes off, and you feel the warm sand caressing the bottom of your feet as you walk near to the water. The sun is shining, creating crystal lights on all of the waves as you look far, far, far out into the water, into the horizon. And you sit down in the sand, and it's so warming, and the sun is shining. The temperature is just perfect. Not too hot, not too cold. Just perfect for you. You see the sky. You see the glistening water. You hear the sound of the waves that remind you of the Om. You are restored, renewed, refreshed. And we're going to meditate now in this beautiful place, bringing light up our body, up our astral spine, and bringing light down our astral spine. Bringing light up our astral spine on the inhale. Bringing light down our astral spine on the exhale. And we'll continue doing this together on the beach with the sun shining and the water glistening together. My dear ones, use this exercise often with big things and small things. Call on me. I will be there with you. We do not want you to suffer and dwell in your fears. You can get over them quickly and return back to your beautiful, joyful self. If any of these fears we worked on arise again, do the exercise again. Do it again and again until it's finally gone from you. You are loved. You are precious. You are meant to be happy. Choose happiness, my friends. Choose love over fear. Namaste. The spirit in me honors the spirit in you.